Hello everybody, my name is Griff, and today I'm going to be going over all of the news updates that I missed since our last video. I believe the last video I did was about the newest event coming out and about Chapter 21, Part 1, but now we have much more to discuss. We have the Knights of Alberia bonus and certain prints as part of the event. We have partly of a new raid boss, not a new raid boss, a new Sinister Dominion coming out. We have a new banner that's already out. We have a new Trials of the Mighty that just counted today, and we also have this month in Dragalia Lost. So we're going to try to go over all of these. This might be a longer video, but we're just going to get right into it. So to start, the new invasion event, Knights of Alberia, has just started. I will be making a video going over this fully on the 22nd, I believe? 23rd? No, sorry, the 3rd, actually, rather. But one of the cool things about this event is that they did introduce a few new prints as part of this login bonus, and if I go down here to where the print is, I believe it's in the 6,000s range, right here. This print is actually blade skill damage, which is pretty huge. We've been waiting for this print for a while, and it's pretty cool to finally see it, finally be able to fully utilize it, and fully be able to put to rest Resounding Rendition, which has been a staple print in the game since launch, I think, actually, or whenever that print came out, whenever Lucretius Banner was. That print has meant a lot to me. It's helped me in a lot of different content, and now it's dead. So, but there is a login bonus going on. It's fairly standard invasion event login bonus. If I can try to find where the notification for it is. Let's see. The invasion, the login bonus. So we can see here, you get your squeaky honey, your rupees, and your wormite, and your one champion testament at the end. Good. We get these about like every month, so not too bad. Then as we scroll up, we got the announcement of Iblis. I think it's Iblis. I'm gonna go Iblis. Iblis's Surrogating Cascade, which is going to be the new Sinister Dominion fight. This is also going to happen on the 3rd, so expect a video on the 3rd going over all this stuff. This fight seems pretty cool. They haven't introduced the Archangel for this fight yet, and I'm believing that we're going to find that out either tomorrow in a event preview, in a banner preview, or maybe not at all. For those of you who don't know, the Archangels appear as the start of the boss battle, and then they transition into the other form of the demon in the second phase with Expert and Master. So hopefully we'll see it, but I don't know fully if we will. So we're gonna have to see about that. But the fight looks cool. It is wind content that it's going to be getting their 6th and 7th Wormprint slots undone, or rather added to them. So it's pretty cool to see units like Lowen, Templar Hope not being able to get access to the 6th and 7th slot, as well as new prints, which as part of the version update, which I believe was not live when the last time I did a video. If it was, it was, but just quickly go to my worm prints. Like this print here now has the new bonus effect. You can see this affinity here as part of the new affinity bonuses. So we should actually see prints that are new that have those affinity bonuses. They always try to throw them in there. Maybe even a new boons effect. So maybe axe boons, or maybe dragon's boon could be very interesting, especially since we have a brand new dragon that is currently on the gala rotation, Beast Volk. So this dragon is very, very complicated. By the time I'm doing this video, this dragon's not old news, but he's pretty old news, and I'm sure I'm sure you can find another video that will go over all of this better. I originally wanted to do a video going over this, but it's just there's so much complexity to it. But essentially, it feels a lot like when I pulled. I have not pulled him, and I don't think I'm going to pull him because unfortunately I want to wait for the anniversary. For those of you who don't know, Volk is like probably my third favorite character in the game, so the fact that I have to skip him is making me very sad. But unfortunately, I just don't have the resources. I barely have 300 summons saved. I don't want to try to like get him in like 2 10-folds or something. But regardless, he is a 100% strength increased dragon, and additionally he does 100% chance to increase afflictions, and he inflicts the duration by 30% of Stormlash and Poison, and damage to Stormlash and Poison foes by 15% each. The problem with him is that he lowers your attunement by 150% to any affliction. And then additionally, after you shapeshift out of him, you are poisoned. So the kind of deal around this dragon is that he's trying to really like at the start. The way his skill works additionally is also that when he starts, he's going to use his skill and he's going to start charging, and then you can actually use a dragon strike, which is like a force strike attack on a dragon, which is a pretty new mechanic. And basically you can just charge up and then you use your skill again at the very end, and you basically drop the blood moon that he uses during his fight, and it does a bunch of damage. It actually has one of the highest, as you can see here, 3.6, which translates to 7.2k modifier. Super big nuke damage. As far as this dragon goes though, it's basically high risk, high reward. You have to play extremely well due to the negative side effects that he gives you, and in actuality the boosts that he gives you aren't that much better or worse than Gala's Zephyr. So it's kinda, it's kinda halfway and kinda not a huge perk, but I think that this dragon really showcases the headspace that they're in, and I can't wait to see the other 4 Agito get their beast forms and dragons and see how they behave. I'd love to see a Tartarus dragon where he cuts off healing or something, or a Cayenne dragon where you take 200% damage but you do 200% damage due to his like battleground. Just turning the boss fight mechanics into actual mechanics within the fight itself seems like a really cool idea to me, so I'm really glad that they're playing in that headspace. Then we have, I believe, oh, I guess I'll briefly touch on this. Time Attack was this week, and the person in first place in solo actually cheated, so everyone shifted up. I didn't even try to get a good time this week. I haven't tried since, forever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Time Attack is kind of just mad at me. I just go for it and get the bonuses, and then be like, okay, I get whatever at the end. In other news, though, the Alberian Battle Royale updated, and we went back to Midgard Stormer, which is interesting because I'm going to do a whole part of the video at the end of this, hopefully, where I talk about the future of the game. But additionally, this is now available today, so I might just do this today. The newest weapon skin. I'm losing my mind. Oh, where am I going? Oh my goodness. The newest weapon skin is a very familiar weapon skin to the dragon we just saw, as it is, in fact, let me find it. Volk's Lance as a weapon skin. Howl of the Hungry Beast skin. So pretty cool. 2 Volk related things this month. Last month we had a Cleo Mana Spiral, and a Cleo weapon skin in the Iberian Battle Royale. So I wonder. Then as we go forward, the shop counts reset. The newest Trial of the Mighty is out for Nidhogg. As far as this Mana Spiral goes, if I can find it, I might have just jumped right over it. I'm a little disappointed with the way that they're treating Yaten. I think Yaten is a very cool character and a very cool way that he plays. And I really wished that with the way the energy mechanic works in concept with Curse and Nihility, that they would have done more to adapt him better. But they didn't. They basically just threw energy onto him, made his skills better with the concept of energy. So you see, deals damage to their enemy's regular hand. Skills when the Energizer rank called Festival Dance would be used instead, and he inflicts Shadow Blight. And on his second skill, he gets recovery and more energy. They gave him some things in his abilities that, like Frenzy Strength, when you have every time you're energized, this Wandering Festival Planner, where you get energized, you get more strength and critical rate, and you also get a defense amp as you go. But this unit is still almost unusable in Curse and Nihility. Like, you're going to get your first skill, which is going to do its minimal damage. You're going to get your second skill, which is just an HP buff because you can't get energy. You're not going to be able to cycle through this energized strength in either of these, so you'll just have this defense amp. So if you want a backline defense amper, I guess Yaten's there, but you're waiting 4 months, 3 or 4 months for this Mana Spiral to come out. It's a little disappointing that they kind of just butchered him and kind of just made it so that he's just so, unusable. I really wish that they had done something like maybe like an energy amp, or maybe like a new mechanic for him where there's a certain, they replaced energy with another mechanic that worked the same way but is different, so he could have it in Curse and Nihility and really feel the way that he does, which is he's like a big, like, you charge up and then you hold on to your skill and then you go for a big skill at the end with your damage boost, kind of similar to Pipple. But again, those adventures just aren't usable. But as far as this fight goes, they did change the weapons out, so now it's Lance, Dagger, and Staff for light. Some notables in that are Halloween Ellie, Mitsuhide in the dagger department, Fleur in the dagger department, Hunter Vanessa is probably going to be on my team. So, not too bad. Then we have this month in Dragalia Lost, which came out today. 10 minutes in the video, I'm just getting to this. So, hello everyone, Yuji Okada here, director of the Dragalia Lost. First off, thank you as always for playing Dragalia Lost. I'm excited to bring you the latest news on what's happening in around the game this month. So he just touches on the Knights of Alberia invasion event, and he touches on Volk. Princess former foe Galabee's Volk is now featured in a Gala Dragalia available now. Then we get plans in this month's Dragalia, and Civilian Leaf will appear as a part of a prize showcase starting on the 3rd. So we'll get the preview for that tomorrow. I'll make a video on that. Interestingly, there is no Archangel mentioned here. I still think we're gonna see I think it's Uriel is part of this banner. They always introduce, as I said before, they always introduce the Archangels as part of this. Urias is going to be going with Ferris, who is going to be Flame, which makes me think that one of these units is going to be Flame. If I had to guess, probably Leaf, since he's wearing all red, and he looks like he has a sword in his art, and he already has a wind sword, so I'm going to guess Leaf is probably Flame, which is great, another flame sword. But I don't know, it's interesting that they don't mention the Archangel. I guess that's the most perplexing part of this update. Then Abyss's trial will debut in the Sinister Dominion also on the 3rd. His attunement will change from water to shadow in the master difficulty, which means that the last fight will be using light and flame, I believe, which means that you'll be using your water adventure. No, it will be flame light. So you'll go from water adventures to shadow adventures, if I understand correctly. Then Aldred and 2 other adventurers will appear in a defensive battle event in mid-September. In addition to an adventurer who's appearing for the very first time, an existing adventurer will appear in a new getup. Now, this is a point of contention for me because I happen to know who that new adventurer is. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone, but it's very upsetting for me that they're doing this type of event with these characters right before anniversary, because it means I'm probably gonna have to summon. So look forward to that and in the defensive event that's coming in mid-September. Aldred's a very cool unit. I don't know who the new adventurer is. If it's between Grace or Belina, I'm probably gonna guess Grace because I think Grace is more popular, but it could also be Belina. Expect new Dragon Drive probably with these as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Then they have the materials for Yaten's Mana Spiral, and they additionally announce that Lazari and Christie will also be getting their Mana Spiral as part of the Jal Debath raid variant, so will be coming around at the end of the month. Then we'll have a Divine Deception Facility event and rerun in mid-September. Then we'll have a Time Attack that puts you against Azura. Then we have part 2 of the main campaign will be added in late September. As the chapter features an interaction between various characters and Solian Rebels mystery surrounding the presence of a powerful foe. I wholeheartedly recommend you finish reading this chapter before diving into the 3rd anniversary event. Interesting. Wonder if that's a tease for something. Then in future updates, we say the final boss of the Rise of Mission will be Surtur. It won't be available till the end of October. Dragalia Lost welcomes the 3rd anniversary on the 27th. There will be a Dragalia Digest in late September. We knew that. And then preparations for the event to commemorate and celebrate the 3rd anniversary are well underway. The story this year will be substantial and span 2 parts. And unlike the 1st and 2nd anniversaries of re-encounter the past, the 3rd story will share a timeline with current events that take place in the main campaign. As you're excited, I hope you are excited as me to celebrate this momentum occasion. And then we finish off. So that's probably going to be it for me for this video, but I do actually, before I end, I'm putting the end part here because I do want to talk about this, and it is going to have spoilers for Chapter 21. So if you don't want to be spoiled, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so Chapter 21. As far as I'm concerned, the way I've always seen this is that the best case scenario for the outcome of this chapter is going to be Nedrick and Bahamut teaming up. If I had to guess what's going to happen next, I would say it's going to be Nedrick and Bahamut getting together. Maybe we'll regain with Zethia, maybe we won't. But with this raid event coming up, I could see them doing what they've been doing in the past and doing what they've been leaning towards with anniversary events where they have these big, powerful story characters. You know, you had Cronus, then you had Elysium, then you had, or Mordecai, the other, you know, you have all these big players. Unrelated to the game, but still kind of related, the 10th anniversary of Rage of Bahamut is this month. Bahamut is set to be revealed this chapter. If I had to guess what this event will be, I would guess it would be Nedrick and Bahamut, as the raid boss being Bahamut and the actual boss being Nedrick. And it's kind of us versus them, and it introduces Bahamut as a boss. We get Nedrick, not as an adventure, I don't think. But potentially, we could have Zethia as our free unit, who would join our team permanently. Or, with all the stuff that's been going on around them and all the character development that they've been having, especially after the weapon and the dragon, we could get an Agito, specifically Volk. So my guess for what this is going to be, is that it is going to be Nedrick and Bahamut focused. We're not going to get them as playable, probably. Maybe we'll get Bahamut, but I really don't think we'll get Nedrick yet. But Nedrick as a boss, Bahamut as the raid boss, and then either Zethia as a free unit, or maybe one of the Agito as a free unit. Now, I also think there's a chance that we'll get the Agito as adventures as part of the next endgame content, and at some point I am going to be going over a video going over basically all my thoughts for the Dragalia Digest. I'm going to try to see if I can get a collab to happen with that, so look forward to that. No promises, I haven't even talked to anyone about it yet, but I am interested in doing that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen in late September, as we're just turning into September. It's already looking like a wild ride, and I'm already sad because I can't summon on everything I want to summon on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this channel. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.